What up, gamers? I'm Jason, and I'm back with our host. This is Kickstarter Excess or Value. You may be wondering where the hell we've been for the last couple of weeks. Well, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, and to be honest, besides a couple of projects that popped up that we were a little bit late to the party on that we couldn't cover before they were over, there really hasn't been too many things that caught our eye, but we're going into Gen Con season. That's starting to change, so we do have an interesting video for you today. But before that, I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves and tell you where you can find them all over the interwebs.
Hello, everyone. It's Rob and
Anna Marie
from the Meeple Dungeon out here in Kelowna, BC. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, and our flagship podcast on all the major podcasting sites, the Meeple Dungeon podcast.
That was fast. You sped through that. Holy.
Did you even breathe?
I don't think he did.
I felt like this is like one of those, what is it, like the Jim Carrey Ace Ventura skit?
Right? Yeah.
I feel like I need to match it. Hey folks, it's Mr. Al here from Mr. Al's Gaming Rants and Reviews over on YouTube land. And yeah, you can catch all of my videos. We're sporadically releasing all over the place, seems like lately, but hey, we're having a lot of fun, having some guests, doing some top 10s, doing some rants, doing some reviews. So yeah, come check me out.
Nice.
Okay, the one thing I'll say, none of you guys compare to the Micro Machines guys, so just don't try.
Right.
Yes, and that will be a way too old reference for some of you, but if you want to see his work, he also played Blur and Transformers. Once again, we're dating ourselves. That being said, we're now going to move on to the topic of video. So we are talking today about Star Realms, Rise of Empire. It is published by Wise Wizard Games. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Ryan. That was a little bit.
Yep. No, it's Wise Wizards now. It used to be White Wizards, and then they changed it to Wise Wizards.
Wise Wizards Games, and designed by Robert Dougherty. So in Star Realms, Rise of Empire, this is a legacy standalone game for Star Realms. So you can play the game. It is only a 2-player game, just as a legacy game. So once you finish the game, it will not necessarily be replayable. However, if you do get one of the expansions for the game, the Infinite Replay Kit, you can actually incorporate all this content, this 180 card set with everything else that has been released for Star Realms. So all this stuff is nice and fully compatible, and it will be a 2 to 6 player game after you have completed the campaign. There are 12 scenarios and an extra Kickstarter exclusive 13th scenario. For those that are big fans of the lore of Rise of Empire, Star Realms, Rise of Empire actually takes place as a prequel to the original Star Realms. You will be taking on the roles of the Star Empire or the Trade Federation, as one will be vying for control of the galaxy versus the other. There are a couple new factions that will be in play as well, with the Scavengers, the Kingdom, and the Consortium that you're going to be trying to acquire. They all have their own different abilities, such as culling your cards, getting you more authority, and so on and so forth. Now, I have never actually played Star Realms, so I'm going to talk over to Ryan, who's going to tell you a little bit more about the gameplay features of the game.
Did you have something to say, Rob? I thought I saw you were gonna.
He was gasping.
That's what it is.
Oh,
okay.
I haven't either. So
Actually, she hasn't. So. But no, it's a great game. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, so Star Realms, I picked this one up way back, I think when it was first starting to get going, and literally all it did was it came in like a little deck box. Like if you think of like Dragon Shield sleeves or something like that, one of those little deck box. Yep, just exactly what Rob's holding up.
Yeah. Why don't you speak, Rob, so you can show it to the camera? For
Here, I'll get it on me, and we can see the little deck box. It's just literally like, a box of sleeves, exactly what you're saying. Like, tiny little card box, but big game in there. Yeah.
And so what it was originally designed around was having a 2-player experience of one player versus another. And it's a deck building game where both players would start off with the exact same amount of cards in their, I think it was a 10 card deck. And yeah, you just draw up and then you'd play out cards. And those cards would do a couple different things. You give you money, in order to buy new ships and bases into your deck, or it could give you combat points and use those combat points to reduce your opponent's health. And I believe, oh gosh, I play this so many times, but so many different variants. At this point, I think each player starts with a 40 health.
Yes.
And you try to reduce it down to 0 by playing these combat points. And eventually what this is the strategic deck builder, as you're going to be trying to acquire all these different types of factions. I believe that in the base game, there's 4 different factions that were, and I just know them by, I know the greens are the blobs.
Whoa.
And then the blues are the Trade Federation. There was the Star Empire, which is yellow. And then I'm trying to remember what the red faction was. I think it was like the Machinists. Okay, there we go. And they all kind of had their own little style to them. The Star Empire was a lot of like discarding cards out of your opponent's hand, and Trade Federation was gaining health points, like regaining health points. And red was the Machine Cult was all about like culling your deck and dealing some extra damage. And the blob was just straight out dealing super amounts of damage. And you're just trying to draft all these cards, buy all these cards from the markets in order to hopefully get those huge, big turns towards the end of the game where you just kind of like, do like a 20-point damage turn and end your opponent's game. That's what I remember of playing of just the core game.
Well, I think that's a good description of the game. We don't know too much about the scenarios. I haven't seen anything really in the preview videos that I've watched. I know that the key new thing for the scenarios is that there is a new way to win. There is a political win that you can get that changes with each scenario. But since we're talking about the factions, Ryan, and what they do, why don't we scroll down and just see who the are in this game and a little bit about what they do. And then we'll get into what everyone's really here for, us talking about the different pledge levels.
Sure. So there is the Kickstarter features that Jason talked about right at the very, very beginning. And then here's how they lay out there. They lay this out. Oh god, the stretch goal. If this is your first Wise Wizard Games Kickstarter campaign, they have all of these promo cards. That's their big thing.
Move it.
And oh gosh, and look at this.
So here we go. The Trade Federation is.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, custom starting decks.
So I don't think we need to focus on those because they're each going to be their own thing. There's the Trade Federation that are blue, and then the Star Emperor, which is yellow. Which
can I see in the background here? Here's part of what the legacy games ask as doing. This is kind of like, I think these are the upgrades. These are sticker sheets that you're going to be placing over top of your cards as you upgrade them. And it looks like there's different things that you can like. Here's the costs. And I believe you're going to be playing, you can be acquiring these while you play the game against your opponent. And part of the political victory is if you're able to purchase, I think, all of the upgrades at one point.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, gosh. Scenarios. You won't know there's 12 different political win conditions.
Oh, yes. And then there's,
the Kickstarter exclusive. So,
and then, here's another here's for the Star Empire. Yeah. Here you go. 3 new factions: Consortium, Kingdom, and Scavengers. These are not part of the base game. Completely brand new, which is interesting. If this is a prequel, that this is the first time we're actually seeing these. I wonder what happens throughout the course of this gameplay of why these are not actually part of the a part of the lore of that we've been kind of accustomed to.
So the Consortium really focuses on trade.
Yes.
So then anything else? It says at the bottom, so we can just see the 3 cards and it'll tell you the summary.
Many Consortium cards provide trade, making them good for purchasing. So they're going to give you gold values.
Yep.
Most likely. You may draw cards and discard cards. More expensive Consortium cards will let you draw without discarding, or even allow you to draw 2 cards and discard 1. Yeah. The Kingdom here, I believe, is going to be more combat. Yep. Often provide combat when played, making them essential for destroying bases and defeating your opponents. And I believe the Scavengers here, I believe these are going to be, they're the mix of trade and combat. They're going to be kind of like the jack of all trades.
And then the cheaper ones, they say that you can scrap cards.
Okay, yeah, that's their culling mechanics when they call scrapping, putting them into like the scrapyard and stuff like that.
All right. So now I think it's time to start talking about the different pledge levels. Let's see what we got, what we can pledge, and then we'll deep dive all of these.
I'm sorry that this usually doesn't happen before we record. If people can see on the screen what I've already selected as a pledge level. So I'm going to skip over that one here.
That's all right.
So the first thing that you can see here is that for $30 is the Pledge Manager Access.
$30.
So they're saying that you get a $30 credit to be used in their Pledge Manager. And here's the thing about Wise Wizard Game Pledge Managers. Can I scroll all the way back up here, Jason, for a second? I'm going to scroll all the way back up here. They have tons of add-ons. They have tons of add-ons. So you can get in on this Kickstarter and not even actually purchase the new Star Realms stuff. If you just want to say, hey, I missed out on the Deluxe Nova collection. Hey, I can come in here now. I can get the Deluxe Nova collection. Or if I missed out on those old Kickstarter exclusive promo packs, hey, I can get a chance to get those promo packs.
And one of these videos is not without its rants, and it's not as entertaining without its rants. And the one thing I have to say about this Pledge Manager tier is it is pure garbage. Unless you're excluding the $1 like pledges from getting into the Pledge Manager, like get rid of it. You've got 7 backers. Like, what were you thinking? Like, there's nothing good about this.
No, fully agree. I don't know what they're thinking there.
Yeah, just give us access to the Pledge Manager, $1.
Yeah,
we'll come in.
Oh, you still have it. That's why no one's backing it.
Right?
Oh, yeah, you can pledge without a reward.
And it don't say anywhere that you're not going to get into the Pledge Manager because clearly you don't have a bunch of people giving them $30 at the Pledge Manager tier. Like, I just don't understand that. It's complete waste.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then obviously this is the Star Realms campaign. You can pick and choose whatever you want for Star Realms. Looks like they have access to all current Star Realms products.
Yeah,
up until
this. Everything, every expansion, everything has come. That's come. You have access to.
And so what everybody's here for, though, is the $59 US, 77 Canadian legacy tier. And this gets you Star Realms Rise of the Empire and all of the stretch goals. The complete 2 to 6 player game includes the 2-player 12-game legacy experience. And of course, there's the 13th exclusive scenario with promo cards. And
I don't think everyone's here for that. We've got 4,200 backers, and only 400 backers are backing this tier.
What? How many people? Because if you're not familiar with what legacy games are, so legacy games are you're making permanent changes to your components throughout the campaign play. In this case, you're going to be putting stickers on top of some of these cards, permanently changing them. Like, you can try peeling those stickers off again, but then those stickers aren't going to be useful anymore. And at least the way that I try to peel off stickers off of things.
You'll count the cards too, probably.
Yeah. Damaging they're not going to be useful anymore. So Wise Wizards Games decides to say, hey, we're going to have this infinite replay tier for what is that?
$20 more.
$20 more. You get Star Realms Rise of the Empire, everything, but then you'll have a complete set of cards that represent every single possibility combination of stickers.
Every combination. Yeah. So you can just thumb through the box and find the exact card that you just would have created otherwise with stickers.
If I would have put a sticker onto that card, I would have a physical card that has that sticker already just printed onto the thing.
Put that into your deck and swap it out.
Genius level. This is the way I want to experience Legacy. I don't want to have. I have all of the infinite number of possibility. Well, there's an actual finite. They put it. I think it's like 180 cards that they're printing out for this thing, but I have all of the possibilities there, and I don't have to damage or destroy anything, and I can play this campaign over and over and over again.
Forever.
Oh man, sign me up. Get this sticker pledge. I'm going to call it the sticker pledge. Get this sticker pledge level out of me. 400 people. Come on, folks. Fork over the extra $20 and get yourselves the actual cards.
I wonder how many of those people don't even realize what the difference is, and they're probably just all going to abandon the legacy tier and the pledge manager. Like, let's be realistic. Because we're going to just smash like these two pledges into the same like section because they're realistically identical. The legacy tier is just awful. Like, it doesn't make any sense as a Star Realms game. It's a complete waste of a game unless you just want to play Star Realms and never play it again. But that's not what I hear with how good the game is and the way I've seen people play it. And there's like finals and professional play people. Well, not really like a Magic the Gathering professional level play, but there's league play and stuff like that. So why would you ever want to make this kind of game that just have it be one and done?
And it's a card game. Like, you're using the cards. It's not like other legacy games where it's just, you're really not going to be playing them again. They're like kind of a one and done thing.
No, this
is an actual card game that, yes, you play a ton. And yeah, why is that? What does that exist? Why?
I don't know.
Like,
especially when they came out and said, hey, we're going to also release a product that's going to physically print every single combination possible as you're playing that legacy experience.
Yeah.
For me, that is genius. That is great. That is an awesome product.
Yep.
Then don't even consider like, how much are you going to spend printing stickers now?
I was just curious about that. Right now, you're essentially printing stickers for 400 people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And 3,600 people for, the
actual deck of cards or whatever the box
Not
of
even
cards.
bother.
100
Not even
people
bother.
are going to basically take their stickers and throw them in the garbage. Like, it is pure waste. Like, why are you even making the game a legacy game in the traditional legacy style? It doesn't make any sense.
if I want to,
the cost to go up.
yeah, and if I want to play another card game again, and it's a game I'm going to play over and over again, I don't want my like handwriting on it, right? Like my printing with a sticker. I'm like, oh, I'd rather just have the nice text on the card.
Yep.
And I feel like if you are going to play this game over and over again, the sticker is going to end up wearing off. You're going to end up with little like
awful.
tears unless you sleeve everything. And yeah, I don't know.
So they even have a whole section on the sticker sheets, even like demonstrating how to peel the stickers off and then stick them onto your card.
Okay, so maybe you're not handwriting, so I'll take that back. At least they're actual nice stickers.
Still, you're putting stickers haphazardly onto these cards, and there's nothing good about it. There's nothing good about it. When the other thing is an option, you stick the wrong sticker on.
Oh
God! And then it's kind of peeling off, and your stickers are half sticking to each other, and now you're peeling the back off of the other card that's in front of it. Awful. No.
I have Aeon's End Legacy, and I played the game, and while they've got good stickers, like the stickers get stuck sometimes.
Yep.
It's not fun. I mean, it works well for the legacy experience.
Yeah.
They do sell a reset pack, but they also include in the game itself, not for an extra $20. They have a nice pack that says, once you've ended the game, replace all your stickered cards with this stack of cards, and you can now play the game with anything else that you want to play.
Genius.
Let's say
beautiful.
And
absolutely beautiful.
And they say you can now just play the Nameless as one shots. And that's what they do. They basically say, here's how you reset it, here's how you play the game. And it's just a stack of cards. Now, there's not nearly as many cards or combinations, I believe, so it's a lot easier for them to do. But I don't see why that's just not included in Rise of Empire.
Yeah, here's the Infinite Replay Kit. So this expansion lets you play Rise of Empire without the stickers. Fresh copy of the 60-card trade deck, a rule sheet with instructions on how to play with the Infinite Replay Kit, Trade Federation
Hang on a
checklist.
second. Let's just point this out. So there's a fresh copy of Rise of Empire 60 card trade deck, meaning there's a 60 cards that if they would not have to print if this was included. So if this was included in the base game, they could get rid of all the stickers and an extra 60 cards.
Yeah, per game. Crazy.
So every copy of this game is going to have stickers in it, right?
And 2 of the same deck.
Every copy of this game is going to have stickers.
Yes.
And so about 600 of them are going to have stickers that people are actually going to need to use. And then the other 3,500 people are going to have stickers that they're just chucking away. I don't get this.
Unless if we're missing something, but I don't think we are.
Of the excess cards, right? 3,600 people times 60. They're going to be printing 216,000 extra cards that they don't need to print.
I don't get that.
That's so many trees. I mean, I don't know how many trees. It just feels like so many.
It's a whole
trees.
tree.
Like,
I don't get it. I don't know why the first option is an option. I don't think the stickers are necessary at all. I think you just go with this game should have been built around the fact that you can edit out, thumb through your box to find the card you want, and you exchange it for the one you need or whatever you need to do. I think that's what the game is. And these stickers are just obsolete.
So let's take a devil's advocate approach of like why they may want, not a devil's advocate approach, more of a for example, imagine the cost of what we're saying they take out. Even if it's only $5, you're trying to tell me that at $70, $64, people aren't going to be like pledging the game. Sorry, it'd be $5 would be $74. Saying at $74 would be a break point for people that they wouldn't back it. And I'm pretty sure the stickers and the 60 cards might actually get you closer, especially including the repackaging of the boxes that they're gonna have to do, because all these are second box, a second thing they need to ship, a second thing that they need to sell. If they couldn't have saved $10 to $15 on this, I'd be flabbergasted.
Right?
I don't know. If one thing I want to say is like Druid City Games, I'll give them full credit when they realized that like not enough people were backing their lower tier of Valor and Villainy, so they retooled the thing. I think this should be a wake-up call to Wise Wizard Games. You don't have enough people going this lower tier. Why don't you rethink what you're doing, and why don't you save yourself some freaking money?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. This Infinite Replay, Infinite Replay box just should have been Rise of Empire. Take out Infinite Replay kit. There you go. There's your Rise of Empire expansion box. There it is.
Yep.
Plus all your promos and your stretch goals and your whatnots.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. Stickers are they're just throwing away money.
Yeah.
The value for what you're getting at $59 and $79 is not bad. It's good value. It's just incredibly wasteful. And because of that wastefulness, I can't give it my stamp of approval. But the price for what you're actually getting is okay. It's just pointless and overpriced because it's wasteful.
Yeah. I think this price could have came down. You're exactly right. This price could have came down if I'm not also getting a set of Rise of Empire cards with stickers.
So I was just thinking, and I could be wrong, like what else do we get with it? Or is it just these cards? Because if it's
just cards, it's 180 cards. So it's 60. So the way they're selling the Infinite Replay kit is if you've played Star Realms Rise of Empires, you bought just that, you do the legacy experience, and then you want to get into Star Realms, you can buy the Infinite Replay kit. You'll swap out the 60 cards that you've completely trashed, and then you get an extra 120 cards that then that are those combinations of the 60 cards.
So, because what I was just thinking is, would you if you got this upgrade pack, this Infinite Replay tier, you're gonna have 2 of the exact same decks of cards.
2 60 cards that are identical. Yes.
Yeah, 2 60 card decks, but one has all the stickers with it. If you didn't use it, right? Because you got the other box.
You're gonna have sheets of stickers.
So you could essentially give that deck and those stickers to a friend, so they don't have to purchase the game. And
interesting.
That's like two people getting the same game.
You actually could easily do that, and you just have to photocopy the scenarios.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You totally could. You could have in one hand, you have the full real legacy aspect of this, of putting stickers on and destroying cards as a one-time play, and have the full replayability.
A one-time play that they can then continue to play with the cards that they've made them, right? As they made them. But still, it's just I
never thought of that.
It's like you're giving away two games.
You're right. There's 2 games in one.
You have to do a little work, and I'm not sure how the scenario packs work, but you could easily copy them and send them to a friend.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, if you're friends with somebody, you can easily do like a high quality scan of those scenarios and pass them on.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that. It's just that it just seems like that with what they're giving you, that's they're cutting themselves out of money, because that's something that would be, I think, you could easily do.
Yep. Because what else did they get? Here's something that we've never gotten in some of our, well, I guess in the recent printings of the base game of Star Realms. The recent printing of Star Realms does give you these nice trade market boards.
That's good.
And they also get you score dials. For me, I don't have score dials or a nice fancy board to play, because I bought the original way back in, like, I want to say like 2014, 2015.
Yep, right on. It's 2014.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yep.
Oh, it's an amazing game. That's why it's lasted and why they can keep pumping out these thousands of backer Kickstarters. You're getting these also inside of this box, which are really quite nice.
They are.
It just baffles me. Like, we're talking about ways we talked about Earthborn Rangers and just the way the industry does stuff, and it's kind of funny when this is, producing a good game, and I get what they're going for, but kind of going the exact opposite of the way that we need to be going when they're doing so many cool and awesome things. And then it's like, well, we want a legacy game, so let's have the legacy aspect. Stickers for stickering sake.
Yeah, they're trying to catch the legacy junkies on this one by saying legacy game, come on, play. Hey, you want to play all the legacy games? You got to play this one too. We got stickers.
Yeah, like label
don't need them.
Label it as a campaign game, and then no stickers, but you've got that all the 120 whatever cards, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah, I think you kind of just like shot to the core of it there, like Anna Marie, with your comment about how, like, basically someone could just like, hey, go man, try Star Realms. Like,
yeah, it could expand their audience too, but seems like a weird way to go about it.
I want to say they were not thinking about that. But.
I don't think they were. I really don't think they came into play.
No.
So then we've got another reward.
Yeah, this one just launched, just came into existence yesterday, and that is the Star Realms All-In tier for $279 US, $361. This is $100 in savings. Okay. And you're going to get literally everything that's been released for Star Realms.
Wow.
The funny thing about this is I have the question, and we have to talk about shipping, but is it actually $100 in savings?
Yeah, just because they say that, is it actually $100?
So we should be able to go up to their pledge manager, their add-ons, who's got their calculator handy.
Oh no.
I don't think we should try to get all of it, but let's just, once we clear that 270, figure it out. But
okay, so it says, so we're going to get Star Realms Rise of Empire and the Infinite Replay Kit.
That's $79.
Okay. We are going to get Star Realms base game. So where is that in here? Okay, base game, Gambit, Cosmic. Okay, so $39.
Yep.
Then we're going to get this next set, which is another $39. Then we're going to get the Frontier set, which is another $59.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get the packs of sleeves in here too? I'm just going to look at it, see if we get the pack of sleeves.
I don't see any sleeves.
Ooh, I don't see any sleeves in this list.
All cards.
You get the Universal Storage Box for $35.
No sleeves.
And scroll up.
And then we've also got the promo packs at $25 $6, $9, $14.
Yep.
What else are we getting?
The Nova pack should be in there.
The Deluxe Nova? No, because the Deluxe Nova is actually, so this Deluxe Nova collection is just base Star Realms and everything, but all the cards are foiled. Yeah, foiling on the cards. So this was their last Kickstarter that they did.
So adding it all up, it comes out to $305.
Yeah, which is $4 more than 301 Canadian. Oh, but that's probably US. So it's 305 US. Yeah.
Yes.
But this
was $279 US.
Yeah.
What did we miss? Did we miss anything?
I think it's the save over $100 in retail.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But there may be some stuff that's not listed in the add-ons here.
Yeah.
I do not see Star Realms United per se. Let's scroll down a little bit, right?
United is part of this colonial bundle. Oh, I bet you these are the bundles in the add-ons, but I bet you when you go to the pledge manager, these things are going to be separately.
Individual, yeah.
So I think it's based on retail then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it still is, I guess, a savings. Like if you were to take those at 305, just not 100 if you were bundling.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's a very cool pledge level, but only for someone that's jumping into the game for the first time.
Wants to dive in,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would definitely there is, I believe, savings in here. And that is a lot of Star Realms. And this universal storage box that they give you, where is it? Right here. This does hold all of this. I have it, and it does hold all of this.
So the one thing that's important to know is that shipping will be charged later. So you do not know what you're going to be paying for shipping.
Yep.
And if you're in Europe, there's that. So I really don't know if you're going to save a cent if you're in Europe at that point. So we should talk about shipping, but what do we think of the overall value of this pledge? Like, because we always talk Kickstarter Excess or value. Like, I think there's value here. I just don't think you're going to know what your actual value is until it ships, which is
What's that thing?
Yeah,
which 25 to 35.
Which is a good point. In the past, my Wise Wizard Games Kickstarters have taken a very long time to fulfill. They take a very long time. They did make a mention in this one that they say that that's because a lot of those other ones, they haven't done the development yet. Oh, this one, they say they already have most of the development of this campaign already finished before fulfilling. So they're saying that this one is going to fulfill faster than their previous ones because the development timeline is much further along than their usual timeline that they've ran Kickstarters. I'll just take their word on that then, I guess.
I mean, it makes sense if they do have most of the production done, what they're doing, then it not production, but getting it ready. That makes sense.
And these shipping estimates aren't realistic.
That's what my face was.
Yeah.
Like, that's 25 to 35 for a big box of cards. That's a heavy box. That's not realistic shipping in this day and age.
No.
It's only for the core game, the legacy tier, basically.
Yeah.
The more add-ons you add, the higher it's going to go up. So,
absolutely.
I would imagine that the shipping is going to be far. If you're getting everything, it's going to be far closer to about 70 to 100 Canadian.
Yikes!
Yeah, if you got everything,
so your $300 becomes 370 to 340.
And literally, now I don't know if Wise Wizard Games is going to watch this. I hope they do. If they're going to do all of these things, and you're giving them the universal storage box, put these things inside the universal storage box already.
Yep.
Instead of in 17 different boxes.
And instead of 17 different boxes, or lots of these are they're like booster packs.
Yeah.
But they just they put them in a baggie and then they throw the baggies inside the box as well and stuff like that. Like that's
Yeah.
a lot of baggies of a lot of cards and whatnots. Put it all into their shrink wrapped packages, labeled inside the universal storage box.
So I agree with you, Ryan. There's one problem and one reason why they're not going to do it, and I can't blame them for it. There's 82 backers.
Oh.
That wouldn't take him very long then. Do.
Yeah, that assembly line.
All right.
It makes a ton of sense, but without a lot more backers, they couldn't do it, unfortunately.
Ah.
But I agree.
Anyways,
You know what? If they were doing something instead of like, well, let's go back. If this was like the Nova Deluxe, like they were doing everything as foil and they were doing Legacy as foil, well, that's what they definitely should do.
yeah. And now I have to go back to that one too, because the Nova Deluxe thing really kind of irked me because it was only just the core game that was being foiled. So then I have only a piece of my Star Realms collection that has foiled cards and all the rest do not have foiled cards. Like I couldn't justify doing it.
For $120? No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better. That better be some spectacular foiling.
It better be real gold.
And the box looks huge. I have never actually seen a Nova collection. I don't know if it's fulfilled completely yet. I don't take my word on that one. I have to look on YouTube to see if there's any unboxings, but I haven't actually seen it yet.
This has been a very interesting video. We found a lot of value in the stuff, but there's a lot of mistakes in this campaign.
They're kind of running this. They're kind of running this like they've ran all of their other campaigns. This is very carbon copied of what their other campaigns look like.
And that's a big mistake because we are moving into a new era, whether people want to admit it or not. Things are changing out there, and just running Kickstarters, like any type of crowdfunding the way that you used to, is just going to end up blowing up in your face or leading to diminishing returns. Now, I think that they've had a lot of success here. This is almost a $500,000 campaign, but I'm just wondering how much more they could have gotten and how much more they could have saved in terms of being smarter, because anyone that's in business will tell you the way you're going to make money and make profit is by doing things more intelligently and more efficiently. And while we're trying to talk them into doing something that would give a cost savings to the consumer, they'd also have a significant cost savings to themselves as well.
Yeah.
And this is the last one that I'm going to rant about, is that Wise Wizards Games, when they run their Kickstarters, this is a Star Realms Kickstarter. So the add-ons, you can get everything Star Realms now, but their other stuff, well, you can only just get the promo packs. You can't actually go out and get all the rest of their things in their store. You only just get their Kickstarter promo packs. Now, if this was a Epic, the card game Kickstarter, well, then you would be able to get everything Epic.
Yeah.
But you would only just be able to get Star Realm promos and all these other promos.
You know what that probably is? Sorry. I think the reason why, and I got a lot of just stuff running through my head right now, they're probably not reprinting this stuff. They probably just expect you to get it at retail. So it's already over here and they might not have it in their own warehouse. I don't know how they run their own web store, but if this is all in distribution, like to be sold to game stores, that's where they're doing the promo packs, because they're going to do a reprint on these and sell them to stores and things like that. So they'll give you a chance to get them.
Yeah, makes sense. I've missed out on Sorcerer. I kind of want Sorcerer. It seems like a really, really cool game, and I really wish I could I don't have access to Sorcerer in my.
You can get all the promo packs though, Ryan.
But I can get all of these whatever promo character something packs. But oh well.
Yeah.
Rant over on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we've talked enough about the game. Let's do a nice summary for everyone. So what do we see value in? Well, Rise of Empire and Star Realms of the game system itself, there is plenty of value. If we're going to have to give a value stamp to a pledge, we've all pretty much agreed that it is the infinite replay tier that has the
Without question
value and it has our stamp of approval, but that doesn't mean it's still not a problematic tier.
Yeah.
In the way that they are handling a lot of stuff. And if you're a newbie to Star Realms, you're going to be getting some great value, but there's a big asterisk question mark because of the shipping on that giant everything Star Realms pledge.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
There's a spoiler already that you can see on the screen, but we'll let the pledge master himself tell you why he's backing Star Realms Rise of Empire.
Why am I backing? Because I already own everything else, and I can't like not own something Star Realms. that's like tick number one here. But second thing is I do like campaign legacy games, and a game of Star Realms, like, it doesn't take very long to play. Like, we are talking about like 15-20 minute games. Once maybe half an hour if you're kind of already getting into it and you're kind of like, you don't know what. I know, and my wife knows pretty much all of the cards at this point. They're in there. We just like, oh, what was it? Another like one of those. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm gonna grab that one type thing. So that's why I'm getting in it. But man, oh man, that price could have came down just a little bit more because I don't need the extra trade deck with stickers. I just want all of the infinite possibility cards. Like, and I like I said there, that was a great idea.
Yeah.
If it is a finite number that you can count and we can print cards for, why not do it? That was an excellent choice. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. But I don't need the stickers and those extra cards anymore. So I'm not going to use them.
Yep.
And if you're getting into Star Realms for the first time and you just kind of like, you want to just like, don't just dip your toe and you want to like cannonball into the deep end, like this all in tier, man, oh man, there's lots of these ones that I haven't seen in stock at my local game stores for, like, I haven't seen Crisis in stock for a very, very long time. I haven't seen United in stock for a while. I think it's United. I believe it's United.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. United is the one that gives you the dual faction cards. So every card has like two factions to it. Like it's a blob and a mech cult, or it's a blob and a trade federation type of card. Like, that was really good. And then the command decks. Oh man, these command decks, these are like unique starting decks. So instead of everybody starting off with the same thing, you start off with a kind of like a more focused approach to how you might want to buy your cards. It already comes with like these will just give you different alternate. Oh, I can go on and on about Star Realms.
So Rob and Anna Marie, what are you doing for Star Realms Rise of Empire?
Well, here's the thing with this. Star Realms is a game I've really enjoyed, and we've only ever owned the starter little box with just the original game, and I've played it a lot. I haven't played it recently, but I've played it a lot, and Anna Marie hasn't played it at all, even though we have it here. But
it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's
excited
really
to
good.
play it. But.
And just when you both messaged me saying, oh, we stuck with Star Realms, I didn't even know this was on here. And when I checked it out, I was like, oh man, it really rekindled my love for the game. And when I saw it had the legacy aspect to it, and then when I saw the whole recharge thing going on, I was like, okay, this is something I think we need to get in on, particularly because she hasn't played it. I think she would really, really, really enjoy this. So I think, yeah, and like as we said throughout the whole episode, it's obvious that the $100 infinite pledge is where we need to go. I don't think we need all that million other things in it, but this particular legacy box, I think, is something we need to play, and I think we'd both really enjoy it. So I think that's where we need to be. I don't know about you.
I mean, I jumped all into Earthborn Rangers, so
yes, she did.
As much as I would like to be with you, Ryan, and have everything, and that I think that this 79, this infinite replay tier is an awesome, like it's a great pledge level.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to dive in and get all those different combinations that that we can try and retry again, because They're not stickered.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't like the idea of, if we have the option, like if this game had only had a pledge tier that was only strictly super legacy, where it's like, here's the game and here's your stickers and do with it what you're going to do. And then you end up with this custom Star Realms thing at the end of it. And that's what you have to play with. Fine.
I would have been fine with it. Yeah.
That option has been beaten out by the other options. So we have to go with that.
For sure.
Very
Right
cool.
on.
Also, don't forget you've got Yuthea coming up, which is coming back, revived by Steam Force. And that was not a cheap first Kickstarter, and the expansion looks even better. And I don't think that one's going to be cheap either.
And truth be told, we haven't really backed anything in a while. So
yeah,
here we go.
Cleaning the slate.
Get back on the train here.
All right. So
also, my one last thing is definitely get in on, if you are a sleeve person,
yes,
get in on your Star Realms custom sleeves. They're absolutely perfect. They're beautiful. And whenever they come into stock at a game store, they sell out fast.
So that'd be too, if you're getting that, like, if you do go all in on that big pledge, count out how many sleeves you're going to need and just order them.
They actually have the infinite replay sleeve bundle. So they give you 8 packs of Star Realm sleeves and 2 packs of clear sleeves.
Yeah, we'll be getting that then for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to be adding this one on as well, because I do have the Star Realm sleeves for my universal storage box of awesomeness. I can't have things not have the Star Realm sleeve on it. That's me. I'm a junkie. Yeah. Everybody shame me.
Well, I think on cards though, Ryan, like with how much you've played this game, it sounds like you've saved your cards, right? Like you can still play the game, and there are no giveaways. Like, oh, that dented corner is the Jack of Hearts. Like you've saved your cards. So that's
my core game. The original set of sleeves, those sleeves are already starting to wearing a little bit. And that's like, well, what are we talking about here? Like 7+ years later. They're finally starting to show some wear.
Yeah.
Now, for myself, I'm going to unfortunately break up this backing frenzy. I'm passing on this one. I, as a player, like, this is just not something that I'm going to play enough to justify that $103. Looking at the game, I think I need to go back and start with a nice little core box of cards. I need to play that a couple of times with Julie and see if she's into it. And if she's into it, then I'm going to go ahead and I can pick up this stuff a little later on. I'm also very curious what cost is going to be at retail. I don't know how much we're actually saving through Kickstarter, especially with the shipping cost. And the fact that infinite replay tier just isn't cheaper, I think, is the thing that's it's just pricing it out of the market for me. At 103 Canadian for a 2-player heads-up game that I don't know when I'm going to finish, because we've got too many games to play and too many games to finish. It just doesn't have a spot on my shelf, unfortunately. That being said, this has got me a lot more interested in Star Realms than I've ever been before, because this will actually get me to play it. But it's still not, this legacy version is not something that I'm going to be taking the game night to be like, well, I bought it, I'll find someone to play with the game night. It's, you got to sit down and engage in 12 scenarios. You got to get through them all.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, Jason, if you just pick up the little core box off the shelf at the local game store, you will enjoy it. Like, it's for bang for your buck. There's a lot of game in a little box for a reasonable price.
No, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's one of those things where I think I'd rather wait to retail. Let's start with the core game, see how it goes over. And if it's something that's a hit, then I'll go on up to the more expensive game. That being said, if it was $59 because this was all priced and thought out and done accordingly, then maybe they'd be getting my money. But right now they're not. And I'm wondering how many backers like myself that are like, oh, this may be my chance to dip my toe into Star Realms. Is like, at $103, I'm good. See you later.
Well, Jason, you may end up knowing a few people who have an extra 60 card deck with some stickers.
That is very true. Very true.
And if you ever just want to just try and play it and you don't think Julie might like it, they have a fantastic app out there.
The other thing, there is the app. So that's like the other reason it's one of those things that has been affecting my decision to purchase some games. Like I have Takedo. I love that game. I've never played the game because the app is so good.
Yeah,
it's a lot less than Takedo.
And a lot, they've actually over the years, a lot of this expansion content is now in the app.
Let's see, how do we have the app on the iPhone, and how much?
Yeah. Oh gosh, if I've played this game hundreds of times physically, I've probably played it thousands of times digitally. This is, if you want like a top 10 game to play on the can, this is my game.
Fantastic.
Let's see, Star Realms.
Yeah. Oh gosh. This is where we all go to our phones.
It is literally $0. It is now downloading.
Yeah. And then if you want, so it's free. And then if you want to start unlocking past just like that little, I want to say it's even limited in the core box cards. Then we want to start going past that. And they have like lots of like campaign modes in there too that you have to pay for.
I'll definitely check it out, but it's a good way to get myself started in Star Realms.
I didn't even know this. They have pass and play, Jason. So if you put this on the iPad, if you have an iPad or a tablet, you just
there you go, Julie. And I can
sit on the couch and pass back and forth.
I don't know. You guys are making it easier and easier not to pledge this game.
Or you just be like me and I just play in. I play and own both, but that's just because I'm a junkie.
Well, I mean, the game did enter your collection before the app too, right? Like,
gosh, yes.
Absolute reverse of what you're doing. So it makes a big difference on that level. Well, I think we've talked enough about the game. Does anyone have anything that they would like to add about Star Realms Rise of Empire?
Nothing in particular from our end, I don't think. I think we're pretty excited about this one. It kind of is, it's lit that fire for me that I used to have for Star Realms, because it's been on the shelf sitting there for a long time and I haven't played it in ages, but now I'm kind of excited to play it again and introduce her to what's going on.
I'm
here.
excited. We can.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm excited to play the app because.
Hey, I'll try to remember. I'll find my login information, Jason. We'll play some games.
I'm all about it. I love it.
Online games. Wow, there are a lot more expansions on here than I thought there was. There's a lot of expansions.
$9 on the app.
Man, oh man, I have not kept up on the app. I just load up a game and play.
You looked like you had a trigger finger there, Ryan, ready to just buy.
Well, here it is too. Then it's like $1.99, $2.99. Like those like small, like, oh yeah, I can afford a Tim Hortons coffee.
A cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Well, that's how the card games get you. I spent way too much on a digital card game, and I was lucky to be able to cash out before the thing went belly up. That was a mistake, but
oh gosh. Yeah.
On that note, I'm going to let our host tell you where you can find them once again, in case you skipped over the intro. And we will be coming back. I know that all of us want to talk Yuthea, so I don't know exactly how that is going to work. We all have some busy schedules, so we're going to try to make sure we get all the hosts. But with everything going on with this thing being canceled and revived, I don't think this is one that we want to have, that we want to not cover. So hopefully it'll be a little bit of a longer campaign, because I'm really curious to talk about this, like, about a week or 2 weeks into the campaign.
I'm a teacher, so my schedule's kind of, it's summertime. So I'm not. We'll just have to balance it around when I'm going to the lake and the cabin and golfing. Sorry. If I'm rubbing it in now.
Yeah, geez.
Salt and wound, Ryan. Salt and wound.
Teacher life.
All right. So where can you find Mr. Rao?
Oh, you can find me over on YouTube land. Just search up Mista, Mistarau Gaming, Rants and Reviews. We got reviews going on there. We've got some guests that are ranting about all sorts of various topics. Just had friend of the show Ian on today, and he was ranting about Board Game Geek and why there are multiple entries for certain games. Really got his goat going.
I can see that.
And yeah, I got a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram as well, just Mr. Rao Gaming.
Yeah, and I'll go a little slower. This has been Rob and
Anna-Marie
from the Meeple Dungeon out here in Kelowna, BC. And you can find us on Twitter at Meeple Dungeon, YouTube, the Meeple Dungeon, and our flagship podcast on all the major podcasting sites, the Meeple Dungeon podcast. And we're doing our 40th episode here shortly. So yeah, we're excited about that.
Ooh, 12 away from the first year. All right. And you obviously know where to find me because you found this video. So I'd just like to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when our next video is released. Also, down below in the video description, you'll find links to all of our social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So if you'd like to see pictures, well, maybe some screenshots, I don't know if it will work, of Ryan and I playing Star Realms.
I don't know.
The social media feeds. Also down there'll be a link to multizone.ca, a great Canadian game store. So if you're looking to get a copy of Star Realms or even potentially Star Realms Rise of Empire, they do a lot of Kickstarter fulfillment. Make sure you kick that link. You'll get 10% off your next purchase. So hey, maybe you can save shipping and get the new copy. So and save some money as well. So make sure you check that out. So click that link, 10% off your next purchase, and it's a great way to support the channels. A portion of that purchase will be returned to us, and then popping up in front of us will be links to some of our previously released videos. You'll find the link to our most recent release of Dice & Dragons, and a link back to the Kickstarter Excess or Value playlist. You can see all of our previous videos. With that being said, everyone, don't forget to keep playing
games.
I like that, Ryan.